Joe Biden spoke today on inflation. Was a total mess. Joe Biden doesn't have an answer for inflation. The worst line that I saw from Joe Biden was he said that the 8.5% inflation would be worse if the Democrats hadn't enacted the plans that they have. This demands an investigation. So Joe Biden is telling us by spending trillions of dollars on additional government spending that he actually lowered what otherwise would have been rates of inflation. When Joe Biden took over, inflation was under 2% in January of 2021. It's now 8.5%. We'll see what happens going forward. But the idea that what Democrats have done has lowered inflation means that Joe Biden is suggesting that if Democrats hadn't passed the bills that they had, inflation would be double digits. But that flies directly in the face of Biden saying inflation wasn't going to be an issue, which is the first thing he said. Second thing he said was that inflation was going to be transitory. Third thing he said was inflation was Vladimir Putin's fault. And now he's landed on inflation is bad, but it would have been worse if we hadn't done what we've done. These are all lies, and they need to be called out as such. We've got a 40-year inflation high right now, and it has all come about since Joe Biden came into office. He's Jimmy Carter without the accomplishments. He is worse on every single issue that Joe Biden has touched. Things have gotten worse. The border is a sieve, worst pretty much of all time. Murder rates are skyrocketing in this country. We've got war in Europe for the first time in 75 years. Inflation is at 8.5%. We still have not regained all of the jobs that we had in February of 2020. So don't allow Biden to sell you this idea that he's presided over a great economic recovery. We still haven't even dug our way back out of the hole that we created ourselves with lockdowns back in February and March of 2020. We haven't gotten back to those numbers of employment that we had then. The number of people that are employed is still below that tally.